Hello and welcome to RBytes. Today we are discussing how we can make a package using RStudio and add it to a GitHub online repository. For this video you will need to have a GitHub account and RStudio installed on your computer. We will cover 7 bytes today that will go over a range of topics such as installing Git as a helpful tool, creating a package in RStudio, and making your package available on an online repository. The topics covered in this video will be performed on a Mac, but Windows users should have a very similar experience. Our first byte today is to make sure that you have Git installed on your computer. To do this, search Download Git, and you should click on one of the first search result options called Git Downloads. I'm going to select the Mac option. For this, you need to open your terminal. And if you don't have Homebrew installed already on your Mac computer, go ahead and do that now. And then you can run the command listed to brew install git. If everything goes according to plan, you should be able to run the git command and see all of the possible options. We are now going to transition into RStudio. I will first run the git wd or git working directory function to see my current working directory. I will next pull in my DevTools package that will enable me to run the create package function. Within this function, I am going to create a new package called test, and I will save it in a GitHub and packages folder that I have created previously. However, you can save your package wherever you want by adjusting the file path. You will notice that R is writing a lot of files and will open up a new window. This is your package. Within the console, I am going to once again load in my DevTools package. This will enable me to run the useGit function that will initialize our Git repository. It will ask if we want to commit our files and restart our R session. We want to say yes to both of these options. This will restart our R session. Notice that we now have a Git pane within our package. You can use this pane to run Git commands, but in this video, I will run all my Git commands from the terminal. Because I restarted my R session, I am once again going to load in the DevTools package. And I will run a command called use_agpl3_license to associate a license with my package. This license says that anyone can use my code, but if they make a copy of it, then they are required to make their code available to everyone as well. Notice that running this command added a license.md file to my files pane. We will now transition into GitHub. Click on the green New button to create a new repository. We will give our repository a name that is the same as our package and add in a short description. I will keep my repository as public and leave all the default options. Now I will discuss how to connect to your local and online repository. Here is a list of steps needed to set up our repository connection. When we ran the useGit function earlier, it took care of these first couple of steps, except for the readme file, which we won't discuss in this video. To execute these last 3 steps, we need to open our terminal again and use the cd command to navigate to where we saved our package. The ls function lets us see the contents of our package. We can now run our first command to put ourselves in the main branch. Our git remote command gets our local repository and adds it to our online repository. Lastly, git push pushed everything to our main branch within the online repository. When we go to our code tab, we can see that all of our package files have been added. We will now return to our package. I'm going to use the use_r function to create an R file. The use_r function takes the name we want to call our file within quotes as an argument. I'm going to call the file first function. Within the file, I'm going to create a function called hello world and have it print hello world whenever it is called. Save the function. And notice that by using the use_r function, we added an R file to our R folder within our package. To add this function to my online repository, I go to the Terminal tab and run 3 commands. The first one, git add period, indicates that I want to add all of the files that I created to the repository. Git commit-m commits and lets me leave a short descriptive comment. Git push pushes my files to my online repository. When I return to my GitHub account and refresh the page, I see that some of my files have been edited and that I now have an R folder. Within the R folder is the function that I created. I can click on it to see its contents. What if I want to make changes to my function after I committed it? I can go back to my R package, make the changes that I want to make, if I can remember how to spell. Once I complete my changes, I save my function and return to the Terminal tab. There I run my 3 functions, git add period, git commit-m and leave a comment, and then git push to push all my changes to my online repository. When I return to my GitHub account and see my code, I can see that my R folder has been edited. When I go in and click on my function, my changes are now reflected there. This concludes my GitHub tutorial. Thank you for watching.